What is up, future millionaires? It's Mike the Investor. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about the top 3 Metaverse crypto projects in the space today. Now, this, of course, is just my personal opinion, and these crypto projects are all in the top 100 as well. And these crypto projects is Enjin, Decentraland, and the Sandbox. And if you've been into the crypto gaming industry anytime, then I'm sure you heard of these 3 crypto projects. And so before we dive into it, definitely take advantage of grabbing some free Bitcoin by using the Voyager and BlockFi link down below. But enough talking, let's jump into it. Alright, crypto investors, welcome back to the channel. Now, there are timestamps down below if you do want to look at some specific parts in this video. Now, how we're going to be doing this, the first thing we're going to look at is the first crypto project. We're going to look at the price chart and a brief overview of what the project is. And so after that, we're going to kind of do a closing recap of kind of all 3 crypto projects. Now, before we dive into it, this video is brought to you by iTrustCapital, and I want to give a quick update on iTrustCapital. And the reason being is because normally, when you would sign up using my link, you would get a 1 month, free, which was typically $29 every single month. Well, now starting, I believe, the 14th or 15th of this month, that will completely be taken away. So now you'll be able to use iTrustCapital completely free. And not only that, for signing up, if you're a new user using my link below, you're also going to get $100 free in Bitcoin. So I would definitely say if you want to check out iTrustCapital, which allows you to save taxes on your cryptocurrency gains using a Roth IRA, I would highly recommend waiting till like the 14th or 15th before signing up. So that way it will be free and you'll get that $100 free in Bitcoin. Hit the link down below and use the promo code Mike the Investor. All right, crypto investors. So now that you know how to invest in cryptocurrency completely tax-free, and now you have a better way of doing it towards the middle of this month, let's go ahead and dive into the first part of this video, and we're going to be talking about the Sandbox cryptocurrency project. Let's check out the price chart. And so according to CoinGecko, we can see the current market cap is around 2.8 trillion. We are currently flat on the 24 hours, and we can see the value 157 billion. Now, as we look at Sandbox, we can see the price $2.54, market cap 2.2 billion, and we see their max supply 3 billion and current circulating supply almost 900 million. So as we go ahead and move down a little bit, I just want to kind of briefly show something. And so looking at this 30-day chart, we can see that Sandbox has had a run up. Just want to move down just a tad. We can see here on the 30-day up 215%, and look on the 14-day 235%, and then of course on the 1 year almost 8,000%, which is crazy. And so I just want to briefly show this because I'm going to briefly look at all of these again, because Sandbox, Decentraland, and Enjin, they are all around the same price, and they're also close around the same market cap as well. And so if we go over to Sandbox, just to do a brief overview, the Sandbox is a virtual metaverse where players can build, own, and monetize their gaming experience on the Ethereum blockchain. Using platform's utility token Sand, players can create digital assets in the form of non-fungible tokens, also known as NFTs, upload them to the marketplace, and integrate into games with the game maker. Now, a lot more, goes into this, but just in a nutshell, the Sandbox is pretty much like Decentraland. They are both virtual worlds within themselves where you can, buy, sell, real estate, you can build on top of it, the whole 9 yards. It's pretty much a virtual world for everything that we do in the physical world. And so now let's briefly take a look at the next crypto project, which is going to be Enjin. Alright, so we can see for the Enjin coin, the price is currently $2.95, so just shy of $3. If we look at that market cap, 2.7 billion, so a little bit higher than Sandbox. So if we briefly go back to Sandbox, we can see the price $2.54, market cap 2.2 billion. Now going back to Enjin, 2.7 billion, so about 500 million over, and you can see the price is still relatively inexpensive for both of these. Now, as we look at the max supply, I love Enjin's max supply. It's only 1 billion, and almost all of the tokens are in circulation. And so we can see with this low max supply, it doesn't take much to really get this price up. And so as we move down a tad, let's just see how Enjin has performed here briefly. Now we can see that on the year, Enjin has performed almost 2400%, 30-day only 74%, 14-day only 63%. So if we go back to Sandbox, and let's just briefly move down, we can see that Sandbox technically has performed better, than Enjin. We go back to Enjin here, we can see here is the Enjin performance based off of the last 30 days and the current year. And so if we go over just to get a brief overview of the Enjin project, if you're unfamiliar, the Enjin project, it says Enjin is the leading ecosystem for non-fungible tokens, NFTs, offering a comprehensive suite of products for creating, trading, and distributing and integrating NFTs into the virtual worlds. And so as we move down here, just to look at some of the company's history, it says the company has released a full ecosystem of blockchain software products and solutions that enable developers, businesses, and individuals to create, manage, trade, distribute, and integrate NFTs. And check this out. Enjin's technology has enabled developers to integrate blockchain into games and apps without any blockchain coding experience. That completely cuts the learning curve. And it also says that Enjin is the world's first blockchain gaming multiverse, a collective of games which agree to integrate a shared set of NFTs across their virtual worlds. So Enjin is a different metaverse project compared to Decentraland and Sandbox. Enjin is more of a hybrid, metaverse coin compared to Sandbox and Decentraland, where they completely power a virtual world. And we're going to talk a little bit more on that towards the end of this video. But now let's dive into the last project, which is Decentraland. Let's check it out. All right, so as we look at Decentraland, we can see that the price is $2.48, also known as Mana. And if we look here at the market cap, we can see it's pretty much at 3.3 billion. And if we look at the other two projects here, we go to Enjin. Let's go back up to the market cap. We can see 2.7 billion, price $2.95. We look at Sandbox. We go back up to the market cap. We can see 2.2 billion. So these are very close in market cap. These are very close in price as well. And so let's go ahead and keep looking at Decentraland. And if you look at the max supply, all three of these projects don't have a large max supply, which is also good as well. We can see Sandbox at 3 billion. We go to Enjin, which has the smallest at 1 billion. And then we move over to Decentraland, which has about 2.2 billion in max supply. So not bad at all. And let's move down and see how Mana has actually performed, because it has been on a tear lately. It had a huge run up here in the past week. And so if we look at the 1 year, up over 3,700%. We look at the 30-day, up over 200%. 14 days, still up over 200%. And then on that 7-day, we can see it's up over 160%, just looking at Mana. And so if we go back, actually, let me scroll back down here. So let's look at all projects again, just based off of performance. So we can see if we go down to Enjin, on the 1 year, Enjin's at almost 2,400%. We go to Sandbox, and Sandbox technically has the most at 7,900%. But all of these projects she would have done pretty good on. So far as performance on the year, it will go Sandbox at 7,900%. It's going to go Decentraland at 3,700%, and then it's going to go Enjin at almost 2,400%. And so, in my opinion, if you look here on just the 30-day, Enjin's only up almost 7,500%. You look at Decentraland, it is up over 200%. And then if we go to Sandbox, it is also up over 200%. So Enjin actually has performed the least out of the two, also in the short term as well. Now we're back looking at Mana here, and I just wanted to briefly show that. So if we just look at the rank, we have Decentraland at number 58. We have Enjin, as we move up, is number 67. And then we have Sandbox as we move up a little bit, which is number 78. So these are all top 100 coins as well, in the crypto metaverse space. So what are my thoughts on these 3 metaverse crypto projects? Me personally, in my humble opinion, I believe that all 3 of these projects are here to stay. Now, which one performs the best? That's yet to be seen. However, they're all close in market cap, they are all close in max supply, and they're all close in the price as well. And so definitely do your own due diligence on these. Quick disclaimer though, I do own one of the three, which is Enjin. I purchased, early last year, and I'm still holding today. Now, if I was to purchase another crypto out of the two between the Sandbox and Decentraland, me personally, I would probably purchase Decentraland. Reason being, I think that long term, it has more staying power. Also with it having, the investment from Grayscale and other investments as well. But don't get me wrong, the Sandbox has the potential to take market share as well because they are tackling the same thing and they pretty much offer the same thing as in virtual worlds. And now the Sandbox also has the Snoop Dogg partnership. It also has Hell's Kitchen, which is one of the popular cooking channels on the cooking show. You also have the SoftBank almost $100 million funding as well, which is no small thing to be shy on. And so when you look at all of this is major. And then when we look at Enjin is a huge project. When we look at the partnership between Microsoft, Samsung, and then we also look at their hybrid between the two. And so we also have Sandbox that is actually working with Enjin to build a game. And so that's massive within itself. And this is one reason why I wanted to own Enjin, because it's not just tackling the metaverse, it's tackling the gaming, NFTs, the whole 9 yards. And you can see that's why Sandbox is choosing to work with Enjin. So hands down, I am a little biased, but I do believe Enjin by far is a great investment and here to stay. I think all of them are here to stay. So you just kind of got to do your own due diligence on what project you like the most and what resonates with you the most. If you can maybe grab a piece of all of them, that may not be a bad decision either. So now when it comes to the metaverse, you have 3 top crypto projects that you can do your own research on and figure out, are they good investments for you? Now, I talked about an upcoming, play to earn gaming project as well, that can have great potential, but at the same time, we have to be, wise and understand that newer projects are riskier because they haven't, proven just everything that a project that's been here for years has proven. And so we just got to be careful with that. But at the same time, those newer projects is also where you can see those life-changing gains. So we just got to, balance it out and kind of understand where you are as a personal investor. But hey, most importantly, if you gain some value from this video, smash that like button. Also share this out with someone you know. It really helps out the channel. That's all I got for you. Remember to stay inspired, stay motivated, always invest in yourself, pick you up some merch, click the link down below, and I'm out.